Alright, now I'm going to talk about the campaign book for the city by the Silt Sea. So this is like the DM's guide that tells you what all's in here. It tells you about the death of Dregoth, the Sorcerer King of Gwystadal, and how when he became 29th level, the other Sorcerer Kings all ganged up on him and killed him. But that was not the end of him. So it talks a little about the ages of the past. The Green Age was the age of halflings and their life-shaping magic. The Blue Age, the age of psionics. And then came the age of magic, when magic appeared. And so what happened to Dregoth, the Sorcerer King of Gwystadal, is that he became undead. So he didn't make it to 30th level. He's only 29th level, but he's undead, sort of like a lich. So it goes a bit into some people you might meet, like a group called the Silt Stalkers. There's the village of Cromlin. There's some silt skimmers at a dock. Some people you might meet. Some of the locals have a tar mine because outside Gwystadal is some tar pits. So here it shows the area around Gwystadal, the village of Cromlin. Timpug's band is a group that travels around. Rom is one of the city-states ruled by a sorcerer king. Yeah, so that's this area here with more detail. Okay. So let's bring up the city map. Yeah, so at the edge of the city are the tar pits. And there's a encounter list for who all might be here. As you approach the ruins, there's something called the Silt Road because a lot of the city is buried under the silt, and if you know which way to go, you can walk on the rooftops. And you can see there's a wall going into the silt, so yeah, if you know where to step, you can walk on rooftops in the silt. But if you take the wrong step, you could fall off of the roof into the silt and be buried, and you could drown in the silt. And there's a problem with the ruins of the city, something called the Caller in the Darkness. It's a psionic monster who attacks people. There's also something called the Blasted Spire, which is a tower that sticks up out of the silt. Here's some floor plans for it. Yeah, and there is a silt priest. And there's some undead in the city. The city was destroyed by the Sorcerer King, so quite a lot of undead wandering around. So here's some more of the city, Gwystadal. Yeah, and Dregoth's palace. It's lots of it is in ruins. It's got this big crack going through it. Here's a map of it. You can see the crack goes through walls in several places. Yeah, so there's Dragos Tower, which is part of the palace. See the tower? And it talks a bit about the end of the city, how it all died in a single day. All the people were killed in terror, so there's a lot of undead in this city. Unique undead in many cases. Here's the citadel in the sunken city. The sunken city, I'll remind you, is a section that is here. So here's the city, and you can see here is the sunken city, a section of it that's under the silt. There are tunnels to get there, though. There's a map of the sunken city. We can focus. Here's a map of the citadel in the center of it. The Lion's Den is a particular cave. And there's the Groaning City. That's what this is. This was a city of halflings who tried to hide from the cleansing wars, but the champions of Rajat found them and killed them all. And then there's Kragamorta, another halfling city. They were hiding from the cleansing wars. Dragoth, the Dragon King, found them, killed them all. The rivers of water become rivers of lava. And there's a ghost that lives in the city. And there's different locations within the city. And then there's New Guistanal, where Dragoth, the 29th level undead Dragon King, and his followers live. And so there they are. Yeah, and where there's water, there's some unique monsters. And so, Dragoth in New Guisanol has transformed his followers into a new race called the Dray. This is the origin of the Dragonborn from later editions. I think they later appeared in the Council of Worms, but this was published before that. So there they are, the Dray. Something ancient walks the burning land as the past rushes towards the future, and the end of the world heralds the beginning of a new age. The crimson sun burns darker still as sorcerer kings die. Old boundaries crumble and the world itself breaks asunder. It began in the ruins of Guistanol and leads to lands beyond Dragon's Crown, to realms as deadly as they are alien. All right, so that's it for this section.